Welcome back to Excellency Heavy League of Maxman 87, and you're about to watch Game 3 of Lotus' Degenerates Spawn. It's been a pretty good series so far. Joining me on the analyst desk is Cam. What's up, Cam?
Hello, Axman87. This has been a 2-0 so far. Again, this is a block of 3, so we will always play a game 3 even if it is a 2-0 in the first two games. Lotus being the one with that 2-0 so far, but still in this third game, it still matters as much as game 1 or game 2. It's just not going to have a tiebreaker decision for either of these teams, right? So it is still just as important.
Yeah, it definitely is, and always fun to watch there too. But um, getting into the draft now, a couple of draft things that I think DJs are going to want to look for. Um, I don't know if the early game bot side focus is going to work. I mean, they tried the Wombo combo last game, and it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't great. It didn't feel very good. I don't think they hit too many combos. What do you think?
They had the one good team fight on the top lane when Lotus wasn't as grouped together as Degens was, right? So that was the one really good team fight that they had that they were able to punish Lotus really strongly. So in game 3 here, hopefully they're able to find more openings like they were right there, because they were still managing to find those openings again despite being down 5k, 10k gold in both of these games. It does not feel like this team should be 2-0 down right now.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It feels a lot closer than I think we had expected, and it's good to see. But Degenerates coming back in with the Leona first pick. I think it's really strong. I like to see that. Like to see the Caitlyn ban there too. Caitlyn's been really strong for Lotus. You want to keep that away from him. Yeah, can't let him get Caitlyn again.
Yeah, absolutely not. But you know what Lotus will be getting again, or I guess not again, but now Lotus will be getting the Amumu into Leona. Again, predicting it more as an Amumu support, but it still can be flexed over to jungle, need be. But Caitlyn being a ban away from Alistar right here in this game 3, right? It's just, Caitlyn is not really a champion that you ban if it's not someone on their one trick. Like, Caitlyn is a very micro-intensive champion. You can't really just pick her up and say, oh yeah, I'm a Caitlyn main now, and that usually means that you don't really get her banned away from you that often. So showing that Alistar is actually good enough for a Caitlyn ban, I mean, I would say he's definitely good enough for a Caitlyn ban after watching that game, right? As you see, the Gragas locked in here. Now, Gragas and Mumu, once again, very strong wombo combo.
Definitely big combo there. Expecting the Yasuo either in this first rotation, could be second as well. Their red side, they can go for that last pick Yasuo and get themselves a good matchup. Pile that in on top of champions like Diana, fits well into this comp, as well as, you know, the MF, just big team fight ultimates there. And you could also look for different hyper carries there too, as these are really tanky champions. But Lotus kind of, I don't want to say it's like low discipline or like this is like a meme draft or anything like that, but it is like a wombo combo draft. We're in game 3 here. They've been feeling pretty dominant, so hopefully we get to see some fun things happen this game.
Yeah, game 3s are always fun. Whether you're winning, whether you're losing, I always think game 3s are the most fun because, I mean, it's the end of the night. Everyone's tired. Everyone is like, all right, 3, let's have some fun. We've tried harder for 2 games. You know what? Now it's time for fun. Of course, that doesn't mean you're not try harding. It just means you get more things like Lulu support, which are still very strong. It's just not something that you can always pull out every single game. As Degens, you see Lisa and Leona, Kaisa locked in. Now, Kaisa Leona is a very strong bot lane. It's just not played that often outside of solo queue because it is usually those very comfort champions. Both of them play for a very individualized style, but with comfort champions being locked in here in a game 3 could hopefully mean that Degens, if they're on their comfort, hopefully should be playing a lot stronger to their win conditions.
Makes sense to me, Cam. Jin coming through here for Lotus. That seems pretty fun. I think this is the first game they haven't had Caitlyn, right? So this is the first AD carry we've seen from them that wasn't Caitlyn, and
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it throws them for a loop. Maybe this changes everything for Lotus, and they needed to play with that Caitlyn all along, and Degens take the game off of this one, but it's going to be rough for him. Degens, by the way, coming out swinging with the Kai'Sa Lee Sin. That's high-octane champions, very high skill ceiling. So, you know, be showing their stuff here on these champions. Second round of picks coming out. Ornn. Oh, everybody's tanky.
Okay, yeah, that is 3 pretty massive tanks now locked in for Lotus. Could potentially hint to a comfort champ or protect champ on R5 here for Lotus, just because right now, you look at their team comp, they're lacking a lot of damage. Yes, Ornn can do damage. I don't like to say Ornn does damage. Ornn can do a lot of damage. Amumu can also do a lot of damage. Jhin, he's a much more burst AD carry rather than a DPS AD carry, and Gragas, same story, same boat. He does burst, he doesn't do DPS. So hopefully in R5 they get a little bit more on the DPS side for their team comp. So you have a Camille locked in here, one of, I believe, the strongest counters to Ornn.
Definitely. You shred tanks, lots of damage to tanks. So not a good matchup for him there. But wanted to point out, Lotus, just more team fight ultimates there from that Ornn. Bigger wombo combo, but looking for a hyper carry, you're right. Just needs more damage from this last pick on red side. See what they go for. It should be into Vlad, whatever it is.
Yeah, Vladimir, not a champion we get to see all that often around here either. Kai'Sa is also on that champion list. You don't get to see all that often, so should hopefully be a very fun game 3. It is going to be matched by a Cassiopeia for Lotus here. That is the DPS AP damage that you need for Lotus right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cassiopeia makes perfect sense. You come in with the magic damage, and like you said, the DPS too, right? Sustained damage, and that's it's a good draft for him. Cassiopeia into Vlad, I'm pretty sure, is pretty good for Cass too. You're not relying on a couple of really high cooldown abilities. It's just kind of your cube, a really low cooldown, and you're spamming it on them. So you're not dodging much by pooling. You can maybe dodge like Cass ult or something like that, but other than that, it's not something like a Pantheon where you can dodge a bunch of damage. So yeah, it should be Cass favored there. Also, just kind of a fun draft from Lotus. Some out there picks. Nothing's like truly off meta. I'm wondering who the support's going to be. It's probably a Mumu, but there's some wiggle room there with the Gragas.
Yeah, you do have the very strong combo of Jhin W into a Mumu Q into a Mumu ult into a Mumu Q, because that's the new combo on this champion for some reason. So if you land all 3 of those abilities in a row onto probably this Kai'Sa or this Lee Sin, if you land on Leona, you're probably not going to kill her. But especially Kai'Sa, if you do land it all onto her and then have a little bit of follow-up damage either from the Gragas or from Cassiopeia, if she decides to roam down, that could be a pretty insta-kill blow-up. That is the pick comp. I don't want to call this a team fight comp. It's much less of a team fight comp that we've seen in the past 2 games, but this is now much more erring on the side of a pick comp.
Definitely, right? Lots of tools to be able to make those picks. Degen's draft kind of feels like an individual success draft.
Yes.
Kind of like the kind of thing you draft when your coach is like, okay, pick what you can win on, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pick Graves, and we're gonna see if I can outplay them on Graves or something like that. Lee Sin, Kai'Sa, Camille's just good in general, but Vladimir is kind of one of those ego picks too. It's not super good, but if you're a Vlad main, you might try and ego someone there, and it doesn't seem very cohesive, I don't think. There's definitely a lot of engage from this comp. I think that could be something that they're working with. A lot of dive potential there. Vlad being able to, pool, dodge a lot of damage, and Leona being able to lock people up, and the mobility coming out of this comp gives them really nice dives. So that's something we could be looking for here in Game 3.
Yeah, I think if there was going to be one particular champ to watch out for on Degens, it would probably be that Vladimir. He has the highest scaling numbers on the team. He has the lowest in the early game, though, on the flip side of that, of course. So if he does get behind early, it's going to be much harder to get to see those power spikes that you do try and see on a Vladimir. And similar to that of a KL, right, he can kind of require you to draft around him depending on the other players on your team. But this team comp specifically, I do definitely agree with you, Axeman. It seems like it's a comfort draft, as I would say. It's not a draft with a decisive, like, this is our win condition. It's just, we're playing comfort. We all know how to play these champs extremely well, and that can definitely win games.
Absolutely. And comfort picks are, like you said, super strong. Strong in competitive play, and strong at this level of play there too. Um, that is going to be Gragas jungle, by the way. They locked that in a
Yes.
while back there, so that is locked up. A lot of Amumu support. He's just so strong with the bandage toss, man. We've said it so many times on this on the broadcast so far, but it really is just I don't know why they added that he can bandage toss 3 times in one fight. It's crazy. Feels so bad.
Yeah, I like to try and compare him to almost like a Rakan playstyle, right? Because now he can go in with one Q, you wait a few seconds, and then you can Q back onto the minions, and it's kind of like the same in and out style that Rakan has, but Rakan has been out of the meta for quite a while just because he's not
Yeah,
tanky. And you know what Amumu is? Amumu is very tanky. And so in my head, I'm just thinking of him like this is the 2.0 Rakan. This is the Rakan when he was first released, what he used to have, and then got so heavily nerfed, so heavily gutted that now they've decided, hey, let's make a Mumu into 2.0 Rakan.
for sure. Yeah, I think that's a great way to think about it, and um, uh, it's just it makes it even worse that he's like Rakan, like you said. But if Rakan could just like also jungle
Yes.
really effectively, and it was just like, oh, okay, cool. I guess he's jungling just as well now. It's awful. Um, but yeah, I'm just glad Zach's not in a similar position. We've seen Lotus dominate this series so far. It's been closer than we expected, but going into this game 3, I'm expecting it to be another Lotus victory. I just want to see if like how close can Degens get to the sun, right? Before those wings of wax melt on them, and then they, careen back in the earth. Because every game so far, we've seen them get a little bit closer, and it's really fun to see this team kind of um, feel Lotus out, try to get their own strategies going, and try to take a game in this series. And if they won, that would be great. That would be fantastic to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we are going into spectator delay. You don't have to wait for much longer for your game 3. Hopefully, D just makes it 2-1. Maybe Lotus will find the 3-0 for themselves once again here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with your game 3 on the Rift.
LNC. Game 3. Lotus on red side. Degen over on the blue. And we are getting the 5-man pool.
Yeah, we've got the 5-stack here once again. It is the same 5-stack that we saw in game 1, but Hotspurs, I think, okay, he was spotted out. I was gonna say he could have potentially looked for a Q there onto JVL, but just about going to be spotted out by not Yoshi.
Little bit. I like the little aggressiveness there, but honestly, it's not really worth unless you can get that vision, get that scouting information, but it's really not worth your life. I do want to say, a Mumu or Kiwiism playing a Mumu with the Mumu skin, you can't ask for much more than that, really. I'm excited to see how this bot lane goes with Jin, which is like a little fun fact. This is one of me and my friends' like old combo, which is actually hilarious to see with the update.
Ooh. I do want to also point out here that both Dark Reverence and Alistair have opted to take that exhaust spell for themselves. No heal, no... Oh no, both of them going to exhaust. So in these bot lanes, you have to watch out for now an exhaust as well as the ignite.
Yeah, that is a lot of extra CC on top of the stuns provided from Alistair, Amumu, and Leona as well. That's just CC City down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, both junglers did start on their top buffs, so see a 315 scuttle fight for the bottom river right there. And you do see Lotus. They have the first push in lane on bottom lane, so that could definitely lead to them winning the first 315 scuttle fight. It just depends how, or really who gets the level 2 advantage first in that lane.
Oh, dropping the Q. I thought Kiwi was going to be able to get away with that as well. Able to drop the 4 and get it. What a Q drop with the Kurt. Oh, missing there. A little unfortunate there. Missing the deadly flourish. Is taking a lot of damage there. There goes the stun plus the Radiant missiles there. And actually winning back that trade. They're going to have to be a little careful here once the level 2 hits here. Still looking for something, gets the Zenith Blade as well, and yeah, blink and you miss it. That was a quick first blood there. 4 shots is gonna land on Groomstone. I think that's gonna be it, really.
Yeah, once again, excellent first blood found by Degenerates.
It's gonna be landed, but it's bait by Yoshi. Exhaust gonna be proc there. The flourish is gonna be dropped there with the grenade as well, but it's not gonna pop off Groomstone. I don't think Predator is available. The flash from the auto is going to get away, missing the tackle and the explosion. Groomstone is only at 20, but the deadly flourish is back to full downs with the flash Q pop with the double. But the TP from Hot Tours. No, where did? Oh, that was a JVL TP there, and that will pick that up and make that a 3 for. I think that was a 3 for nothing there. Wow.
Wow, indeed. This is the level of Fiesta that I hope for, I pray for, I dream for in these game 3s, man. Like, you got all the TPs used. The only TPs left are these top laners. You know what that means? In a few minutes from now, we're gonna have another 4v4, 3v3 in the bot lane, and that time it's gonna be both the top laners TPing in. That's just my favorite thing, man. As you see Accelerate, he's been taking a lot of very heavy trades up here on the Ornn. That is the counter matchup playing out for the Camille boss. He definitely making sure that he picked the Baki matchup very well for himself. It just might not be as helpful of a champion later on if he's not able to pick up early solo kills for himself.
Yeah, it's with the gold advantage as of right now. Accelerate really is just gonna have to bear down the bunkers and just kind of try to get through this laning phase as easy as they can. As we check over for the gold here, slight advantage going over to Jin, bot side, 200 gold right now, with 400 already. Nice there over onto the top side. JVL putting on the damage with Fangs going off as well. Cool Crab having to retreat back from the miasma and from that poison damage.
Yeah, that was a very surprising amount of damage coming out from JVL on a level 5 Cassiopeia. All he has is a tier that has 99 stacks. Again, unfortunately, items just really hate us tonight, so I will be reading them out here again in game 2. But he also has the Finished Codex, so he is slightly ahead in terms of AP on the Cool Crab. He realizes that, and just comfort picks for him. He always knows how much damage he can do and how little damage Vladimir could potentially do to him.
Yeah, especially with that slight item advantage. I mean, once that poison, as long as Cass has mana, she's going to spam that trigger, which is that E button off that Twin Fang.
Yeah, and that is her like main DPS, right? Really, that's the main DPS of Lotus's entire team comp. So she has to build mana and she has to build enough AP that is going to be able to do the amount of damage that you need to make up for the lack of DPS on the other 4 members on your team. And with Infernal now spawning on the map, it looks like all the pressure is in Lotus's favor. But remember, it is still less than 1,000 gold lead in Lotus's favor. It is still a very even 5v5 if they do want to go for one here very shortly.
Yeah. This can go any way as of right now. Hot S'mores in the wings and bot side. I don't think he was caught up on anything as well. Oh, we do have a little ping action there. I think he was seen.
Next to Kiwi!
Who does get landed there for Kiwi. And yeah, just gonna get caught up there. S'mores landed the Q and getting dodged, or the dash there as well. Predator going there as well. The Mizma just holding him back. That is so unfortunate. Trading the 1-for-1. DP coming on in from Bossy. And you're gonna have to retreat back from the full engage. Accelerate is 6 and has TP advantage as well. No rotation of Dragon yet.
Yeah, you have this 3v3 still going on in the bot lane. That TP is a pretty massive blunder there from Bossy. Yes, you got them to disengage, but now in the lane that you're supposed to be winning, you pick this champion to win your lane. All of a sudden, Accelerate, he's finding his way back into this game. He gets a little bit of a level lead and an XP lead, and now a CS lead for himself as JBL with the 1v1.
JVL dropping that poison. The Twin Fangs are going off. Cool Crab trying to get away. Makes a pull, but I don't think they're going to be able to get away there. Holding the flash. I think that was a smart move, but that is going to be another one in the books of JVL.
JVL absolutely huge on any champion he plays, as Accelerate might have stayed a little bit too long here.
Oh, the Hextech ultimatum was dropped right there. Bassi is going to retreat back a little bit there. Not gonna full engage and full dedicate to it. Seeing that rotate topside in the jungle invade there. Groomstone and Hot S'mores do rotate to first dragon. They should be able to get this with no contest.
Yeah, first dragon once again going over to Degenerates. The same story in all 3 games so far tonight. First dragon, second dragon, and then just no dragons afterward. They get one Infernal in their pockets now. Hopefully they get another Cloud into their pockets, and afterwards look to find a Soul. Soul has not been on the table in any of the games so far for either team in building.
No, but they definitely have gotten close over for the side of Lotus. Alright though, we know second drag will be Cloud. So Camcom, you gotta, let's see if you can do it again. What will be Dragon Soul for game 3?
Well, you see, Hot S'mores does not want me to take down.
Oh, I guess not. Hot S'mores going on in and just taking a little more than they can chew. Gets picked off Jin there.
Okay, back to the more important prediction, right? So we've had Ocean Soul for game 1 and game 2. Ocean Soul is on the table once again here in game 3, which wants me to go ahead and say it is actually going to be Mountain Soul, because what are the chances? What are the chances that it is Ocean Soul all 3 games?
That would be pretty big. I mean, even back-to-back is rare. So a triple Ocean, yeah, that is pretty rare there. But I mean, it is 50-50, so you know what? I think I'm gonna go for the triple Ocean. That'd be great. That'd be great. So what will we get here? As we have about 3 minutes left for this second Drake. I don't think it's gonna be really fully contested as much. Maybe for DSG, just so they make sure that they will be closer to Dragon point. But I don't think Lotus is really gonna stick their necks out for this second.
Yeah, JVL, I just, come on, man. Let Cool Crab live.
He is not going on through. Once that poison lands, he is free to open fire, and that is all what he has been doing. It was 101 the last time you mentioned. That tier is now at 234 now.
Yeah,
There's only
lots of
minutes ago.
stacking on that tier, right? He has almost finished his first mythic, got that Lost Chapter, got that Fiendish Codex, far above just the Hextech Alternator that Cool Crab is sitting on. You could just see the gold lead, the health lead currently as well is playing a pretty massive role in getting JVL ahead so far in this mid lane. And with the TP plays bot lane, I think he only got 1 kill, and with that 1 kill, he just knows how to perfectly snowball it. Bossy just eat off the pillar.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying, man. As he goes on through, gets the knock up there. Predator is going to be proc there. Horn of the Forge God is being called. I think this is a little overkill. And yeah, that's going to be picked up over onto the side of top.
Once again, Accelerate playing extremely well up here in this top lane, as it was actually, unfortunately, a DC there from Bossy. We don't have Chrono Break available for us, but still, giving a kill over to Accelerate here in this top lane will help him find even just a little bit more scaling, as this pause for us on Spectator Delay is because they paused in game. This is completely normal, it happens for everyone.
So this is great, man. This looks like just like, I don't know if you ever watched JoJo's, but it looks like the beginning part of it. At the end, the Solar Flare does get dropped. The X-Spec is on. JVL is coming down with the 4-man lockdown with the Curse of the Sad Money Wombo combo. And that is going to be more than enough disengage there for it to be even worse than what it could have been for the side of Lotus.
Man, Degenerates, they're only 1 kill down, but they are still so far down in gold. Almost 2,000. They're closing it a little bit every single time. This has been so far definitely the closest game of the night. Once again, still up on that dragon. 1 Infernal to none for Lotus. Cloud spawning in just over 60 seconds if Lotus does want to try and make a play for it, but losing their bot tower potentially to Dark Reverence and Groomstone here in Alistair. You just see he's not allowed to walk up whatsoever.
Yeah, the play going on through, and man, he should have just given it up. I think he was trying to bait though for the Accelerate TP. He is down here for the wave clear, so he will save the tower, but at what cost there?
Yeah, Accelerate using that TP. JVL's TP is down as well. Now Yoshi hovering around that top lane of tower right there, trying to keep it ahead, trying to keep more importantly Bossy from getting those turret plays.
Accelerate in the wrong neighborhood as of right now. Gets a knock up with the flash. Solar Flare will be whiffed there. Not really sure what they were trying to approach there. They won with the flash there, but I think they lost wasting the Solar Flare there.
Now Bossy about to lose his tower up in the top lane to the Ripchild, completely solo gold given over to Not Yoshi on that one as well. Also, by the way, Not Yoshi sitting on 100% kill participation currently on this Gragas. He has the Everfrost completed. So far, every mythic is completed for Lotus, and they're just running away with this game 3 right here.
They're definitely trying there. Hot S'mores does get a fair trade over onto JVL, but it's gonna have to retreat back once that poison lands. Bossy Accelerate leaving around the lane a lot, but really only 7 CS down, and honestly, I think it left for better, honestly. Kiwi here with the catch, followed up with Jin as well. Curtain Call is going to be going down, but it's not enough as Yoshi smites the jungler like he's Dragon. Speaking of Dragon, it's going to be secured and moved over to the side of Lotus.
Lotus finding their second dragon of this series, or the first dragon of the second dragon, I guess. They've only been picking up their dragons. That's what I'm trying to say. They have a cloud. It is Mountain. I'm 3 for 3 tonight. I'm just too good at this, man. But still, you still have Not Yoshi huge on this Gragas. He is a lot of what I like to call ghost gold. He doesn't have a lot of kills. He doesn't have a lot of CS, but still the amount of KP that he has really does show when he has the most items currently on the game. Completed boots, completed mythic, the only one with both of those so far.
Yeah, 4-3 on the side of Mythics, with Rogue having that extra one in the pocket. Divine Sunder for Camille. Eclipse going on in, but JVL talking about going on in. Once that poison lands, just leave. Plus that Leandri's damage over time. The Predator's coming on in, but Groomstone will slow him down. Kiwi will get the flash art going on in. Dark Reverence will have to use the Killer Instinct to escape, but cannot escape the Flask. Aerofrost drop with the Flourish, making the flash pop. And that is the free 2-for-0 across the lane. JVL is gonna actually get away with that. Scratch that. Gloomstone is not gonna have any of that. Bossy with the TP as well. They're looking to try to trade this on over. Alistair trying to pick this on up. Needs the auto, but is getting caught up. The exhaust is there, but it's not enough. Not Yoshi's trying not to die, but that is going to be the tie-up flip.
The final team fight, once again, it just is so back and forth. Every single summoner, every single ultimate. Some people still are sitting at level 8, level 7. Mr. Kiwi still sitting level 7 on the Amumu, right? You see the experience on the left side of your screen, right? Accelerate all the way up there in the top just because of that first TP play that Bossy made in the bot side, and he just didn't get enough out of it. Accelerate found the little lead that he needed. He's been able to snowball it very strongly despite the disconnect, despite everything else that's happened, and you get to see these team fights. Man, JVL, he finally went down, right? But his shutdown went to Groomstone. It went to the Leona, the worst possible member. Now your Leona, she has her lock-in completed, but that is not going to have a big impact right here.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. They are looking pretty decent as of right now, because that was a 4-1. So this is really, really good. And we just got a little more information here. As you do get a little bit of a break here. It is only week 4. Oh, I hear Horn though checking up there. She's got to be careful, but I think Bossy's taking a little more than she can handle. The team is there for reinforcements, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They are going to make it a fair trade 1-for-1, but JVL may try to say something about it. Oh, he's going for it. The knockup off the terrain was insane. Hot S'mores trying to live with his little health, but it's not going to be enough. The Cool Crab just trying to scuttle away, but I think they'll be able to get away.
Man, Cool Crab just has to barely walk that one out right there. It was so unfortunate. JVL, once again, absolutely huge in these team fights. He has the Leandres, he has the completed Morello, and he has 360 stacks finally on his tier, just waiting to upgrade that into the full item. It's just, he's also sitting on another 900 gold, so I think that is enough to upgrade it. I'm not 100% sure, but still, JVL, the amount of damage that he can output, and on top of that, the amount of damage that he knows that he can output. That's the more important part of it, is he just goes in for these 1v2s, 2v2s, 2v3s even, and he knows that he's gonna win it. He plays like it, and then he ends up making it happen.
Yeah, damage over time. Plus, once the damage is hit, then you get the Grievous Wound stack. You can't heal back. It's pretty serious there. Add into this the engage from Predator and Amumu. It gets insane as we get into this fight here. There goes the displacement. Groom getting caught up. Everfrost, Chain CC. Frog to the Iron God going down. And that is the wombo combo of the night. With the shutdown. With the sideways shutdown in River.
It's not
as we
over.
Get back on into it. The stun does land. Hot S'mores taking a little more. Vlad finally landing down the ult, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Pulling back over to Batsy. It is going to be enough. The Cool Crab looking cool. Moving forward up. Trying to get Kiwi, and they're going to get him as well. That is a pretty nice flip, but it is 4-for-2 right now. Seeing if they can try to finish this off, but they are not going to be able to. And that is the second 4 kills. Oh, Yoshi trying to go in, but I don't think he caught himself in a bad time. Everfrost does stand there, but there goes the hook shot coming from Adam. And that's going to be the pickup. What a play!
Wow, the gold lead for the first time in the entire series tonight is in favor of Degenerates. They found it, they found the team fight, they found enough team fights now to finally not only close it, but find it in their lead, and now they can look to find the second dragon for themselves as Leona could look for a steal.
Flare does get whipped there. Hookshot going on, land on JV. 1300 left onto this dragon. But that is going to be drop. Lee Sin is going to pick it up. The pull is going to be dropped. Rocket is going, but JVL is going to pick it up yet again. Hot S'mores kicks him away and is going to try to wall hop. Is running away for their life. Dark Reverence is going to pick up red, and they will get the second dragon, but for what cost?
They got the dragon, they lost the gold lead for just a little bit, but that does not matter. You have one dragon over Lotus now. You have a potential win con created for you now by the Soulless Dark Reverence.
Fortune, the Iron God going on in a little too late, but gets the tackle over onto the stage. Curse and Insane Money with the curtain call is wrapping these two under tower. Root as well with the Q dash to make it a little more better, but Yoshi wants more. Is he gonna dive full forward for it? No, he's gonna take his drink and he's gonna go forward. Missing the ult there, missing, oh man, double CC drop being there. Zenith Blade will be the answer with the hookshot ultimatum going in as well. Cool Crab is there putting on the damages with the double solar flare land with the Zenith Blade follow up. But mid lane is still there. They're gonna have to be careful here. Kiwiism is gonna try to do something, but the CC is just gonna be too much. It is a bloodbath in the mid lane.
Man, there is never a time to breathe. There is never a time to just think about macro, about micro, about what we are doing. Oh no, we are running at each other's faces. We are running down mid lane, bot lane, top lane. We had the classic 4v4 TP bot lane at 5 minutes. I mean, if you wanted something out of this game 3, I think we've gotten every single possible thing anyone could have possibly hoped for right here. This is the full-on fiesta that we hope for in Heavy League, and boy, is it delivering.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. You love to see it, especially in game 3. This is a real serious one, even on both sides. Even with a lead, you don't just want to give up a game. On the backside, you don't want to lose out 2-0 or 3-0, especially with how close these games have been, man. These games are tight, and these guys are showing that they can hang around with the big boys, for sure.
Yo,
getting
JVL.
caught up there.
Oh!
The last knockback, making it look easy. What a read, what a kill.
Oh my gosh, you can't see my camera right now, but holy moly, Hot S'mores with the flash dodge of JVL. Who needs to look backwards when you can just flash as it's never over bot lane?
Asi going with the double read as well. Everybody picking up a library card and getting out some books here. What plays from both bot and top. Woo! Those are some mexy plays there. What fresh movement and dodges from both sides.
Absolutely huge coming out from Degenerates. Once again, the gold lead is just constantly flipping. JVL still sitting top of these gold leads.
Oh, man, that's taking a little too much. Double CC will land there. Just gotta be careful. They are gonna retreat back. They do have lead now. 1 minute and 40. You were right on Dragon, by the way. It was just impossible. It was just impossible to get Triple Ocean. But I really wanted it.
I did really want it to, and I do. Oh no, I'm not. Never mind.
Oh no, he's gonna go for more.
Oh my gosh.
Turn check.
Neither team is just allowed to breathe, as Bossy once again is going to disconnect here. He did disconnect for a few seconds early on in the laning phase, but first time in this 23-minute game, we are allowed to be able to breathe here, Huey.
I need a water real quick, man. That was insane. What a crazy change of events here, and they have a pretty decent lead as of right now. I wouldn't necessarily make it a gold lead, but with this dragon coming in about a minute, they can really put their foot down this game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, a few items that I do want to mention. You have 2 items completed on Accelerate. You have 2 on that Yoshi. You have 3.5 on JVL. Leandre, Seraphs, and Morello all completed for him. He is by far the biggest member on the rest of this map, as we are going to be heading back into this game. Hopefully, we didn't miss a few team fights while the pause was on.
I don't think we missed too much there. As we get a little bit of a slight pause, we get a little bit of that breather. It's very nice. We're gonna get the reset here. No vision on the dragon here, which I'm honestly surprise from both sides, nor on the Baron. So I'm honestly really surprised about that. I do like the little bit of vision coming from the side of Lotus in the blue side's territory. But other than that, vision is a little lacking.
Smile.
Yeah, but honestly, who needs vision when it's just 5v5s literally the entire game? Like, there hasn't even really been a pick. Like, in Champ Select, I was kind of thinking about how Lotus has much more of a pick comp than a 5v5 comp, and with the amount of just random fights, not even like going for picks, just random fights, pick comp is definitely making its way here in the game. It's just not going to be making the same way that comfort champs do. Comfort champs reign heavily in these kinds of games. Full Fiestas, it relies so heavily on your micro ability, and when your micro is as good as Degens are on all 5 of the comfort champs like they are here in this game 3, you can definitely tell that they are in their true zone here.
Getting into this dragon fight, blue team will secure. Predator is coming on in. Kiwi does land a Q, but no ult as well. And only being able to pick up Brimstone here. That may be a big flip there. Crab does land a Hemoflog, but the TP coming on in from Bossy does get JVL. That's a lot of damage from right side. Will it be enough though? Crab back onto the run there. Hot S'mores taking the damage. And you can start to see it pull back for blue side there as JVL was taken out too early. Alistair on the run and gets hit by the Rockets.
The snipe W from Dark Reverence just to end the team fight off, man. That was the 4 for only 1. You could almost call it an Ace Accelerate only member living there from the side of Lotus now. It is the first time in this series, Degenerates. They have 3 dragons, they have the power, they have the gold that they can look to take Baron.
Yeah, no, and this is gonna be fully uncontested here while everyone is still back on death timers. TP is up for JBL, but there's nothing close by for him to spawn respawn back to. And yeah, that's gonna be the Baron there, and more of a substantial lead on the side of DGS.
Yeah, Degens, they finally have what I would consider a substantial gold lead, like you were mentioning. It is now 3,000 gold in their favor. You can see the gold lead. It was pretty solidly in favor of Lotus throughout this game 3. There were a few points that it was solidly even, and now all of a sudden, so many team fights going so well for Degens. It's just so strong for them. Such a strong showing as Accelerate.
Divine Thunder's procs just showing off there, and it just kept on going. That Spell Blade passive just ripping through their tank. He even has a lot. That's increased. That's not even just regular Sunfire. That's Forge Fire. That's the extra boost that Ornn gets there with the Thorn Mail as well, plus some magic resist.
I do want to mention that if Lotus do fall in this game 3, if they do not find the 3-0 here in this series, they are actually going to fall down to second place. Death Cards did take a 3-0 tonight, so they are still holding very solidly on to first, and Lotus can still tie them, but they have to win this game 3 to be able to do it.
And it makes the stocks that much more important. No, Matt, you are looking clean over here! The displacement from Not Yoshi, Everfrost's gonna be landing as well. Kiwi calling out for the Sad Mummy, and that is the curse of the Sad Mummy. Losing out right there. Hourglass gonna be propped over from Hextech Ultimatum with the drop. Bessie doesn't care about the towers as he goes on and pushes on through. This is gonna be good. This is looking great. I think they finally got their stride moving forward. Hot S'mores going in, putting on the damages.
Absolutely huge showing here from Degens in game 2, taking that mid lane inhibitor, taking this game 3 by storm, looking to finish it off here now.
Curtain Call is going to be dropped there. Dark Reverend taking a lot of damage though.
Oh!
A 4-man knockup! Accelerate trying to put it on, but he just gets melted! Hot S'mores is going to get away, and the Cool Crab is goes too.
A cool crab just gonna crab it out right there. It's just so huge. Now JVL, he started to fall behind. He has that first upgraded item from Ornn right there. The Leandres has been upgraded. Very nicely done there by Accelerate. I mean, if you didn't upgrade JVL first, I don't know what was happening. But then you look on the other side, you look at Degen's 150 shutdown on Camille, 400 on Lee Sin, 400 on Vladimir, 500 on the Kai'Sa. That is a lot of a potential gold swing if there is an ace for Lotus. But you saw right there before they lost their mid and bot inhibitor, the team fight wasn't even a team fight. It was a 1 go in, 2 go in, 3 go in. It was just, it wasn't a 5v5. It looked like a 5v1 for the entire.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like it's really hard to group against this team, really, and just getting caught out and split off like that makes it that much harder. Their wombo is just a lot easier to land too, for DGS as well. As we get over to, this is going to be the last dragon here. If DGS had any say to it, triple trap being landed, but it's just getting pelted away. Dark Reverence scaling ahead and away from this Jhin. Accelerate wasting the tackle there. Yoshi missing the CC. Dark Reverence in trouble. Does get caught up a little bit, but not that much trouble. Cool Crab over onto the side. Does get pinch Hourglass. Nope, uses the pool, gets the flash away. Kiwi ends up is looking for it. Does get the shutdown there as well. Fortune Hourglass looking wrong, but that's the soul. Kiwi is going to continue moving forward. There goes Killer Instinct coming on in. Reverence looking in trouble. It's not enough. Betsy looking in. The Hextech ultimatum's going to land on all this there. JVL is up and alive. Will he be able to flip this? But I don't think that's going to be it. And that's going to be the mid-pause triple.
The minions end the game after the team fight ends. That is the end of a game like that I would have expected. You can see on the minimap just how many minions that this Nexus is fending off. It is 2 super minions, also the top inhibitor about to fall, and that is just going to end the game. No matter what happened in that team fight, it was always going to go in favor of Degens.
No way, so that drops him into 2nd place.
Yeah,
wow.
That is the end of the game, Maker. That was the 2-1 in favor of Lotus. Still not a 3-0 like you were saying. Lotus will be falling to 2nd place now. I'm not too sure 100% where Degenerates goes into standings, but still very exciting. Again, I did not predict 3-0. You never predict a 3-0. You never know what happens in these game 3s.
Yeah, no, definitely for sure. I am so glad that Degen was able to find their stride and get it moving there and get it going. What is, I just can't believe it.
Yeah, and with that, we will be going to a short break here. The hype is not over. We must find an interviewee to interview here. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with a very hype interview for you.
Yes.